All right, everyone, welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. We're going to go ahead and dive into some product education to get started, and then we are going to go ahead and do some biz talk. And before I start going live on Facebook about product, I just wanted to say that we have what's the right word? We've sort of backed off a little bit from the daily mentor calls because we recognize that not everybody is following on along with those. And we just want to really always be responsive to making these calls as meaningful as possible. So tonight, our builders call is going to be more of sharing. Kanani is going to talk a little bit about looking back at March and then looking ahead and goal setting for April. I'm going to be sharing about all of the insane amounts of learning opportunities we have going on right now. And if you guys want to just give a quick hello to Lotus. She is living in Bali currently, and so I don't know what time it is or what day it is for her, but this is apparently a good time for her to come on. And if you guys don't know who Lotus is, she is one of our diamond uplines. So there's myself, and then there's Roz, and then Lotus. So we're so glad that you can join us here. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead. You guys are going to give me some grace while I go ahead and go live in our group. So just actually, you know what? While I'm doing that, could somebody volunteer to lead us through our breath work tonight? That might actually make, typically I do it, but does anybody feel inspired to lead us through our breath work tonight? Kanan?
I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So it's been a week, right? Grab the oil that is speaking to you. I've been using a lot of adaptive. I have my adaptive touch in my purse, but I just grabbed the straight oil. And do a couple of drops in your hand. Get centered. Deep inhales. Hand over your heart and follow along if you wish. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. Thanks, ladies. I'm sure Liza is almost ready. Hi, Diana. Heart back to you. Happy April, everyone. April Fools.
All right, I think we are good to go. Yes, here we go. Okay, all right. Thank you, Kanani. If you guys didn't know, or not, I'm sorry if you didn't know. If you guys haven't tried this blend yet, Adaptive, I grabbed my bottle of Adaptive, and Clementine, which is our free product of the month. This is like so many people's fan favorites for diffusing, and I've had so many people say that they love it. So if you have a Clementine already, or if you're going to get one this month, definitely try to diffuse that with your Adaptive because it's amazing. So if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to take a quick little inhale too. All right. Okay. So tonight for product education, we're just going to talk about Blue Lotus. And And I know Lotus herself is very excited about this oil. So if she wants to pop on and share, obviously I don't know a lot about it because it's a brand new oil. Didn't get it yet. I did order my kits and they are on their way and I couldn't be more excited. So I'm kind of popping into the group because I'm going to share a couple of graphics that I've already shared in the group, and then just take some time to read a little bit about what Emily Wright shared about Blue Lotus, and also what another diamond shared in the diamond group as well about it. But again, if you have any background knowledge on this amazing oil, please feel free to share. Who ordered their kits already? Anybody? Yeah? Okay. I always can't wait, and I think I get scared because doTERRA has been known to sell out of things. So, but I'm so sorry, you guys. I had it up and now does anybody ever have that happen to them? Okay, so let me share my screen. And I've posted some really, I love this picture. I posted some really nice graphics. This was one of the very first not this one. Let's see. This was one of the very first graphics I posted quite a while ago about Blue Lotus. So you can kind of read for yourself there, but it helps to increase circulation. It creates a feeling of euphoria. It can increase sexual desire. So I know I just got a text from somebody recently about oils to help with sexual desire. Enhances tantric massages. Aids in spiritual connection, is helpful for temporary stress relief. Just really elevates consciousness and has really nice sedative properties. So I imagine that kind of goes into what I'm, seeing a lot of in terms of being kind of calming and helpful with stress. And then I just posted this graphic today that talks about, and it's so funny, somebody said, what size are there? I'm like, oh, it's not on there, but I just realized that right here it says 4 ml. So here are some of the benefits. It has a relaxing floral aroma, commonly used in massage oils and in meditation for overall skin hydration. And then here are some ways. Obviously, it comes only in the roller, so we're going to primarily use this topically. You can open rollers to diffuse them, but typically when doTERRA does it like this, it's because the oil doesn't come in it's like how rose and jasmine only come in a roller ball as well, because it takes a lot of that plant. And so I'm going to read to you a little bit. I'm going to put up this, actually, I'm going to leave this here. And then if you guys didn't know, it is part of the Precious Florals collection. Okay, so this is the Mother's Day collection. In my opinion, probably the best Mother's Day collection that we've ever done. You have 5 of these 4 ml rollers, so a size that we've never done before. Neroli, jasmine, magnolia, rose. So all 4 that we can and are available for purchase, but in 10 ml bottles and rollers. And then, of course, the Blue Lotus. So I love this set because I can imagine that traveling and carrying them will be a lot easier for me. So I'm going to read something that Emily Wright wrote about Blue Lotus, and then also what one of the other diamonds shared. Emily says, I didn't think it existed. I was introduced to Blue Lotus oil 23 years ago, fell in love, and then my heart was crushed when I discovered it was synthetically derived. I've searched since then for a pure source with no success until now. 2 years ago, I was given a sample of Blue Lotus Absolute. That was, well, divine. I didn't want to get my hopes up and believe it could possibly be pure, so I asked that it be thoroughly analyzed both by doTERRA's in-house state-of-the-art laboratory and APRC. All tests came back showing this exotic, most precious Absolute was, in fact, pure. My heart may have skipped a beat or two. Blue Lotus is grown in small ponds, and the delicate blue blossoms are picked from the water lily plants Oh, Liliana. I just made that connection, Lotus. Lotus's daughter's name is Liliana. Sorry. So, and the delicate blue blossoms are picked from the water lily plants in the early morning hours while in full bloom. There is a reason blue lotus was treasured by the Egyptians. They used it in their skincare regimens, and that was on that last graphic I shared, and for meditative practices. Blue lotus encourages one to dream in living color. Its aromatic properties are both sedative and seductive in nature. So, again, that relaxing, but also, seductive, sexy time action that seems to be connected with this oil, which makes it perfect for nighttime application. If you're feeling stressed and need some calm in your life, Blue Lotus is the perfect go-to. I apply it over my heart, on my temples, and dab on my pulse points. It fits perfectly with my favorite quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." As my mind and heart is open to new possibilities, and as I breathe in her beautiful aroma. So she talks a little bit about how this is part of the limited precious florals kit. She talks about layering these with one another with sandalwood, vetiver, patchouli, or frankincense. And she says that the collection is extremely economical at $68 wholesale with 50 PB. So she's also, I believe, planning to go live, but if you about it, so be on the lookout. I'll repost that. But this is all from a post right in our Facebook group. And then a diamond in the diamond group posted this, and I just thought that it was so fascinating. So Blue Lotus is not sourced from Egypt, but it's the same botanical. She names the botanical. It's actually Nymphia coralea. So it's like, you guys get it, right? Nymphia, nympho. Okay. Back to the sexy time talk. Okay, and the day has dawned. I cannot express just how incredibly special and sacred this oil is. It's the pinnacle of my entire existence with EOS. I want to share with y'all that I have been working feverishly in the background preparing for this April launch and my Ancient Secrets of EO program in its final phases. I have extensive education on this available for anyone and everyone as soon as this is complete. So she's just talking about how stoked she is about it. But she said that she was with Jackie Westwood and started her request. I have her samples destined to head office in Utah. I'll never know whether it was my sample that touched Emily's hand or not, but I do know that I sent her was sourced from the absolute best provider in Egypt, located near the Temple of Isis in Egypt. Vanessa was there with me when I experienced this oil. Briefly, this oil is strictly prohibited from being exported from Egypt because it is and always has been so sacred and so pure. This oil is limited only to what people can personally carry, 1 liter for personal use only. The fact is it's so rare and that needs to be strongly emphasized. This oil is sacred and only needs to be used sparingly. 4 mils is ample, which obviously we know it's diluted, but still. She just talks a little bit about having met the growers. It's a difficult plant to extract the oil from. As Emily shared, it's great for sleep, meditation, for lowering anxious states. And if you want the non-compliant version, this was the oil that Egyptians used to reach higher states of consciousness. This oil has raised the vibration of the entire community as they lifted their hearts to the heavens and prayed for a better world as it began to decline 3,500 years ago. The 18th dynasty is when she began to fall, and this is when they started bathing in it. So it talks about this being a blend of masculine and feminine, where they used it again as an aphrodisiac to connect with the pineal gland. Oh my God, it is powerful. It's featured in many works of arts. This was a plant that the overthrowers targeted and destroyed as they purified the Nile, making it impossible for the lotus to grow, which is not a lotus, by the way, it's a water lily. Egypt declined, and to this day she still struggles, but I see this as a significant turning point that the blue lotus has finally returned. So again, all of that is shared in the group, and I welcome you guys as you start to receive your Precious Petals kits this month to use Blue Lotus and then come back and share whichever parts are, we go up to like PG-13. We ride the edge of R on this talk, but no X-rated allowed. Okay, I draw the line at that. Okay, so I'm just telling you all. Anybody else want to share anything? I'm sure nobody has a ton of information about Blue Lotus, but anybody else? All right. Okay, so if nothing else, we are going to say goodbye for product education. Stay tuned for more information. I believe, like I said, Emily's going to go live about Blue Lotus, and we're so excited for everyone to get their hands on this incredible kit. Even, I mean, think about it, you guys, what we pay for a 10 mil rose and a 10 mil jasmine, to get a 4 mil rose, to get a 4 mil jasmine, magnolia, neroli. I mean, $68. It's kind of an incredible steal along with the Blue Lotus. And you know, I've seen some people posting about, oh, I don't like neroli, oh, I don't like magnolia. They're so beautiful. You can gift individual rollers. There's no reason why you have to give anybody the entire kit, you know. So if you're not a huge magnolia or neroli fan, you know, definitely consider getting one or two as gifts, and then keeping the Blue Lotuses and maybe the roses, and you know, gifting whatever else you want. So, all right, thank you for joining us for product education. Everybody here that's here for biz talk, please stay on. I'm going to end this meeting, and I'm going to go ahead and get us live on Facebook in our builders group. Okay, and Kanan, if you kind of want to start transitioning us a little bit, it's totally fine. I would rather there not be dead space. So
Sure. Thank you. That was a lot on Blue Lotus. I'm excited to get mine. So we just wanted